Hello. I'm Gisetta Yvonne, your book bae, coming on with a quick message today. I hope this video finds you well. So, today when I was out, actually before today, I was thinking about things that interest our kids or books that may interest our kids. And I decided to do a little video about it today. I have a 12-year-old son and I encourage him to read. And some things I've, just made him read because I wanted him to have the knowledge and I wanted him to be empowered by just knowing his own history. They have shown, or studies have shown, that children that know their history seem to do much better academically because they've been empowered to do so. So I am one of those parents that made him read Malcolm X because in school they always learn about MLK, Rosa Parks. I can't remember some of the other ones, but it's always the same old. So I wanted to introduce him to other things outside of just MLK because I felt like there's more than one way to do things. And I think for me, seeing how Malcolm Little became Malcolm X and how he went from being someone imprisoned to waking up, I thought that was a powerful story as well, because with MLK, he was always shown to be on the right path. And we all know that in life, it's not always that way for all of us. We're not always on the right path the entire time. Many of us stumble. Many of us kind of get lost along the way, and we have to find our way back. So anyway, long story short, these are some of the books that my son has picked out for himself outside the things that I have encouraged him to read that he is actually enjoying. These are just some fun reads that I think any 12-year-old may enjoy. So I'll get started with the first one. The first one is Miles Morales' Stranger Tides. We actually went to go see the movie of this, part one. I think there's a part two. We saw that last year. But we saw the movie and he is also enjoying reading the book. He has part one and part two. And basically, Miles Morales is like the Black Spider-Man. And I can't remember when. He's been out a little while now. But yeah, if your child is into graphic novels, this may be a great option for your 12-year-old to pick up. Another one that he has enjoyed reading is Running in Flip-Flops from the End of the World. Now, I don't know. I have not read it. It's by Justin Reynolds, but he seemed to really be interested in it. So, of course, if your child is interested in reading, we want to always invest and encourage in that area. So even if it sounds crazy to us, they're reading. Hey, that's a win. And so this one on the back, let me give you a little bit of this one. It says, when Eddie Gordon Holloway and his friends are left at home during Beach Bash, aka the greatest party of the year, only to realize that everyone in town has disappeared without a trace, They do what any smart, responsible kids would do: have the best day ever. No parental supervision sounds fun for a while, but forever is a long time. And soon the gang starts to notice strange things happening around town, and they're only getting stranger. They have to figure out what happened to their families. It seems like a visit to the beach will reveal answers to all their questions, but some mysterious force seems determined to prevent them from making it there. Eddie knows this is a clear sign. Obviously, they should be focused on having as much fun as possible, but everyone deals with the fear differently, and soon the friendships begin to fracture. Can Eddie find a way to get all his friends on the same page, and will they ever make it to the beach? So yeah, this is one that he is currently enjoying. Another one, The Tyrell Show by Miles Gross. This is another one he picked out that he's currently reading. Now it says kids 6 to 9, but he wanted it, so he got it. Let's see what this is about. Okay, so it says 11-year-old Tyrell is headed into his final year at Marcus Garvey Elementary. He assumes that being a 6th grader will automatically make you the coolest and wisest kid in school. Not so fast. Tyrell just knows that something is up when his best friend Boogie starts acting weird. On top of that, his schoolwork is getting way harder, and there's a massive school show scheduled for the end of the year that he has to prepare for. Yikes. Told through a combination of graphic illustrations and Tyrell's internal podcast, The Tyrell Show Season 1 is sure to delight any kid looking for a good laugh. So this is The Tyrell Show. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of a book and a graphic novel, because I see there's like some pages with like pictures, and then there's like some pages with literally like something you would see in the back of a paper, like a comic book or something on some pages. So it's a nice mixture for your kid to pick up. And the last one, this one, I was looking for a book for him because I think another YouTuber, shout out to Shelby in the book club, she had mentioned, I think, The Queen and maybe some other books, but those weren't ones he was really interested in. And so when I went to look to see what else was being recommended on Amazon, actually, this one popped up, The Middle Schooler. And since he's in middle school, I thought this would be an appropriate book to read, and it may pull him in. And turns out he really loved it. He devoured it, and he said it was really good. So this is Mysteries of a Middle Schooler, Let the Adventures Begin by Dr. Tanmar Johnson. Cute little kids on the front. So it says here, twin siblings Evie and Marcus Wilkins are so excited to be starting 5th grade at a new school, Copper Lake. But when a grumpy history teacher assigns them a nearly impossible project, the twins and their new friend, Anthony, come up with a daring plan to rewrite history literally, creating an app which allows them to travel back in time. They find themselves connecting with important historical figures that our history books too often fail to highlight. And if that wasn't enough, both Evie and Marcus are being shadowed by a mysterious figure. Maybe that's Evie. A strangely dressed woman who leaves them a series of clues that may hold the key to their future. If the Wilkins twins are going to make it through 5th grade in one piece, they'll have to make good use of their wits and ingenuity. I don't think I said that word right. Ingenuity. That's not right. And of course, they'll have to have each other's back throughout the entire adventures. #ReadMMS. So yeah, he really enjoyed this little book here called Middle Schooler. And that is it for the 12-year-old boy books that my son is enjoying reading. And maybe if you have someone young in your life, maybe these are books that they may be interested in reading, depending on what their interests are. But you know, we have a little bit of graphic novel, comedy, mystery here, and this seems to be kind of like a comedy as well, slash mystery with the disappearing parents. So yeah, I think that's it. I think about myself when I was younger and I was that age. I had an older sibling, so I would read her books as well because my books were so short that it seemed like her books were more interesting and it had more pages to them. So I would, you know, be secondhand reading from my sister, which would be like the Nancy Drew, some Hardy Boys, Judy Blume, R.L. Stein. But yeah, he didn't really seem interested in Goosebumps, so I didn't get him anything of that nature. And there actually was a Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, I think, at one time. And I know that the Big Bad something or another he used to like, but those were when he was a little younger. But these here is what he is currently reading now. So if you have a 12-year-old in your life, check these out. Take care, have an amazing Sunday, and stay safe. I hear that there is another thunderstorm headed this way. So wishing you nothing but inner peace, positivity, and power. Bye-bye. Take care.